Greetings, one and all. Welcome to my YouTube channel at Inner Life Rise. My name is Denise, and amongst many other things, I am a psychotherapist, been in practice for 33 years or more. I am also an author. I've written 2 books. My first one is called Back to Love and was published 2021. And my second book, Inner Life Rise, a Manifesto for Reconnecting to Love, Renewing Your Mind and Radiating Your Light, was published just this week. And I'm so excited about that. I was particularly excited for this book to be released. The first deals with my own personal healing and recovery and the beating of statistics and, all triumph over adversity. The second book is very much about healing in the personal and the collective sense. So as an individual, as a community, a Black community, and as a race, the human race. So to find out more about Inner Life Rights, you can listen to the previous videos that I have done. And today I'm going to be reading 3 pieces of poems from said book. All right, here goes. So the first one I've decided to read is called Mother Lover. And I wrote this poem quite a while ago when Black on Black violence in the Black community became a thing, and is still a thing, and has gotten to proportions that we thought we would never see. That we would never see, parents burying their children before their life has even begun. Then I was really disturbed, being a mother of 2 sons, at what was happening to the youth in our community, and I continue to be disturbed. And in my book, Inner Life Rights, I really speak on that subject, looking at it from all the different angles. So this is a poem I wrote, for this particular cause that I'm passionate about, bringing some resolution to, and the parts we all play in that. My book, Inner Life Rights, is very much about personal and collective, in terms of agency. In a part we can individually work towards resolving the issue, as well as doing so in the community. Okay, I'll get on with it. So, Mother Lover, it's called. Back in the day, we lived large, played hard, unconditionally loved by the Great Mother, self-loving in her nature. Then it came to pass, a mean-spirited, player-hating, cold, chill farce held her son to ransom, claimed her, then raped her. Now where sweet suns don't shine like before, their throats are sore from the pressure she applied to hold them back until such time vision was restored. And as time passes by, memory fades, while some of her sons still remembers the day. Other buckle under the mental health strain. Some becoming more like gangsters, dismembering everything, both big and small, that resembles themselves at all. But her love is pure, she both under and overstands, that the rage like the fire burns strong and is still in need of being undone. So her offsprings may sing a more reparative redemption song, and like eagles fly east, homeward bound, forward out of this Babylon. And then the right time come. You know that song? And then the right time come. That one. And the grandmother bawl, Vagabond, go get 'em, son. Regain your rightful positions. And with enough love in them hearts, a truth upon them tongues, their quests, to cut away all falsehoods from this, her kingdom. So, fret not yourself, my brothers. The mother loves us ever so much, and as a matter of course, is oh so desirous of us to find the will to live and love. So remember, as it was in the beginning, so shall we be in the end. Her sun shining, like the phoenix forever rising, again and again and again. Mother lover. And another reason I wrote this is because at that time, when black and black violence was picking up speed, you know, the other term, mother, you know, the one, became a password almost, you know. So I wanted to spin that back to back in the day, you know, when all things were well. So that was poem number 1. Right, this one I've written because it very much reminds me of me, and reminds me of, you know, as women and as men, you know, contrary to that nursery rhyme of what are little girls made of, sugar and spice and all things nice, and what are little boys made of, frogs and snails and puppy dog tails. No, we're made of the energy of yin and yang, you know. So we need fire. Women need fire as well as sweetness. And the men, you know, there's someone said, before you give a man a gun, teach him how to dance. You know, the man needs some sweet as well as, you know, the fire. That's balance. So this poem is called Sweet But Street. She's a child of love, a sweet but street kind of love. That's real kind of love. Bathed in positivity, she is, because we are her beloved children. And her mission? To preserve all her beloved-like creations. The breadth and depth of her love informs the heart of her craft, of fleshing out the bones of the mind, body and souls of all her misguided relations. Her truth and right justice is exactly the same. And like good music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. But don't get confused thinking you can play her love for fool, for although she's sweet, she's also street. And her bittersweet golden rule, who don't hear must feel. So treat her right. She's your queen, and her love reigns supreme. Now, take her hands and let her take you to your most precious, sweet dreams. Street but sweet but street. Okay, and the last poem I wrote as well, around that same time as Mother Lover, and it's called Why. I believe that we're all here for a purpose, that we're all here on a mission that only us can carry out ourselves. That's why our thumb print is unique and unlike anybody else. You know, the creator only deals with originals. So I feel that we're here to live out a purpose, and most of our life is figuring out what that purpose is. So this poem is written for about that, and about when we don't allow ourselves to be and live as we are truly. Here it goes, and it's entitled Why. I had a dream last night that I died, and the Lord asked me, why? Why, when I was alive, I wasn't myself? And all the excuses that had once served me well now didn't mean a thing, because in truth, I never dared go out on that limb. To the place the Lord later shared held her most precious fruits, a place where I could never lose. I cried that night, deep, bitter tears of regret, then tears of joy when I rose and I realized there was still time yet. And never again did I forget to remember myself and respond to the call to share and express those God-given talents. And my God-given talents is a healer in my work and in my life, and through my books. It took me a while to find my path, but my life has never felt and been so good having found it. So you too, show up, shine. You shine shaking, you shine confident. However you do it, just do it. Like I said in my previous video, I'm not a natural front person. I'd rather be in the back doing my thing, but I show up and I put my life on the line to speak on the things I feel I've been called here to do. And I've just done so now with another YouTube video. As always, please support, please buy Inner Life Rights, Back to Love. You know, together they come up to about £40, maybe less. You know, cheaper than therapy, one session of therapy. And I've written these books for people who can't afford therapy. And the Lord helps those who help themselves. So I'm doing therapy through my books now. So please buy. And when you buy, please, and you read, please review. That's equally as important. So this can get more traffic and it could reach more people. Share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you Google my name, Denise James, all that I am about and all that I do is there for you to find out about and make contact through. So as usual, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to me. Time's precious. So if you've done so, thank you very much. And yeah, enjoy your day, whatever day it is and whatever hour of the day is, however we section and portion life. The time is now. The time's always now. It's just punctuated by night and day, but the time is now. That's the only place we can live, and that's the only place we can affect change, and that's the only place we can set up our lives that ensures a brighter tomorrow. So peace and love, one and all.